Okay, thank you again to follow my channel. As we all know that we try to study the Bible to understand it when you are reading the scriptures every day, every time. So on today, I wanted to discuss about seventh day. I always call it the day of God and the day of Lord. In Genesis chapter 2, from the beginning of the verses, or 1 and 2, meaningfully or actually says, God, when he has finished all he created, all of them, he blessed the day, the seventh day. Remember, he blessed the seventh day, sanctify it and make it holy, because on that day he rested. But as we all know, Adam was created before Sabbath, and people came after Adam also didn't follow Sabbath. So what was the Sabbath meant for? The Sabbath was meant for God. He didn't tell Adam, so on this day that I created everything, then I rested on the seventh, it will be a day of rest. He didn't say like that. And we see in the Bible, step by step, when he blessed the day, Adam was not created, but he was created in the second accounts of creation in chapter 2 as he go down, as the Bible clearly describes and says, thus this how the generation of the world and earth, how they were formed. On that day, God has never rained on the earth. There was no trees. There were exactly no trees, and no plants and no animals. That's to me, this is was Adam came in the second creation. But on the second creation, from Adam, Methuselah, Jared, Noah, all people up to Noah, they didn't keep Sabbath. So where does the Sabbath came from? Most of the people say they kept Sabbath. Unto me, or how we have been reading the Bible, they never kept Sabbath. So what does it mean? It became when the children of Hebrews, the Hebrew as a whole, before it was not a nation, but Hebrews as a language, as a people, as an ethnicity, they were the people came from Jacob's lineage. Therefore, during the time of the great famine on the world, and Egypt had food to care for his people, thou people travel from east to west to look for food. And remember, Joseph was in Egypt. He was an Hebrew. Later, when he called his brothers and said, relax there, remember, they forgive each other and life continues. Yes, life continued. And to understand, Joseph, Jacob, and the 12 tribes of the people of Hebrew who make up a nation of Israelites died, but the generation who were there remained. from the Levites people. Now it's where Moses and Aaron and their sister Maria were born from the tribe of Levites, because now it had 12 tribes. And remember, Joseph had 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. So Manasseh and Ephraim became 2 tribes, the tribe of Manasseh and the tribe of Ephraim, to represent their father as 2 tribes. Okay, one day we shall talk about it later, why Manasseh and Ephraim became tribes but not one tribe of Joseph. That's another day. We are sticking today on one thing: Sabbath day. Really, Sabbath day. Where does this Sabbath day came and to happen on the people at the day of the Lord? We remember, as we read the Bible, we had the 10 plagues: water to blood, frogs, the dark, the swarms of bees, the swarms of flies, and the firstborn deaths of all Egyptians. And remember, during the last plague of the firstborn plague that killed all the firstborn, remember very well, all the firstborn of Egyptian, and also animals, just not only humans, and also animals. There is something happened. God told Moses and Aaron, go and make a sacrifice. You must kill a 1-year-old lamb or a goat. And remember, that goat or lamb must not get out of the houses. If there's a family had little people, must give to the neighbor. But remember, on the same neighbor, the food must eaten all. And on this day, you are going to make a bread, and leaven bread, a bread without yeast, because God, Lord, is coming to pass over your people and the people of Egypt, and the destroyer is coming to kill the firstborn children of animals and humans. So Moses did so, but he told them, and this should be your first month, and God named that month Aviv. So the month of Aviv, and he told them, on the first month, on the 10th day, that things that I've told you, they are coming to happen. Therefore, do as I told you. And remember that on this day, the destroyer is coming to pass over the day. And on the 10th day, prepare what I have told you. And remember, when you eat, the flesh must not be boiled, must not eaten raw, or the flesh must only roasted, the roasted meat. And remember, you must eat everything, even the parts of internal the body of the creature, or of the lamb and the goat. And what it remains must not see the next day. So in the morning, burn everything. And Moses told all the great elders of the people of Israelites, and they did what Moses told them to do. Therefore, and make sure on the first day of the week shall be the sacred holy assembly of me. you shall meet for me. And therefore on the all seventh day, it will be the celebration and the festival on this month that I gave you, that you will celebrate it for entire 7 days and all entire generations to come, and tell them we did this because God released us or evacuated us from the land of slavery. So it was the sacred day, the first day. They were to worship God. That's the main day to worship God. Then the second day, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and the seventh was the seal and the perfection of all these days. So on all week it was a festival for the Israelites on the entire life before even the law come down. Therefore, that's why on the law we remember. God told them, remember to keep Sabbath. That means the 7 days, not literally 1 day. If you want to confirm, go read the book of Genesis chapter 13 and 14, and I'm going to read for you here right now as we finish the video. Then unto yourself you will tell me on the comment, does it mean the 7 days 1 day, or 7 day is literally 7 days? That's why I'll read it, I'll show you. And that's why you will find that we have some people believe 7 days 1 day, so they worship only 1 day. And remember, of these people, they were given only 1 month. They were told in every year, the beginning of the month, and the month of Aviv, Genesis, or not Genesis, Exodus 13, in the month of Aviv, this will be the month you to come and have festival, celebrate and worship me on these days. That's why he called them out to go and worship God and sacrifice to God on the wilderness. Therefore they came up to mountain of Horeb or Sinai, the mountain of God. Therefore they live, they worship God for many years. One of the 40 years inside, a lot of time they were on Mountain Sinai more than 12 years before to reach or the promised land of God promised to them. Therefore, listen to this. Just listen to this, then you'll know that 7 days is not 1 day. It is 7 literally days, non-stop, worshipping and eating unleavened bread and roasted meat. And even now, in the land of Jerusalem or Judea people, that's what they are doing for entire life. Just read this. This is what I told you in Exodus 12. The Passover and the festival of unleavened bread. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in Egypt, this month is to be for you the first month of your year. Tell the whole community of Israel that on the 10th day of this month, each man is to take a lamb for his family, one of each household. If any household is too small for a whole lamb, there must be share one with their nearest neighbor. Having taken into account the number of people there are, you are to determine the amount of lamb needed in accordance with what each person will eat. The animals you choose must be year-old males without defect, and may take them from the sheep or the goats. Take care of them until the 14th day of the month, when all the members of the community of Israel must slaughter them at twilight. Then they are to take some of the blood and put it on the sides and tops of the door frames of the houses where they eat the lambs. That same night they are to eat the meat roasted over the fire, along with the bitter herbs and bread made without yeast. Do not eat the meat raw or boiled in water, but roast it over fire, which with the head, legs, and internal organs. Do not leave any of it till morning. If some is left till morning, you must burn it. This is how you are to eat it: with your cloak tucked into your belt, your sandals on your feet, and your staff in your hand. Eat in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. On that same night I will pass through Egypt and strike down every firstborn of both people and animals, and I will bring judgment on all the gods of Egypt. I am the Lord. The blood will be a sign for you on the houses where you are, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you. No destructive plague will touch you when I strike Egypt. This is a day you are to commemorate. For the generations to come, you shall celebrate it as a festival to the Lord, a lasting ordinance. For 7 days you are to eat bread made without yeast. On the first day, remove the yeast from your houses. For whoever eats anything with yeast in it, from the first day through the 7th, must be cut off from Israel. On the first day, hold a sacred assembly, and another one on the 7th day. Do not work at all on these days except to prepare food for everyone to eat. That is all you may do. Celebrate the festival of unleavened bread, because it was on this very day that I brought your divisions out of Egypt. Celebrate this day as a lasting ordinance for the generations to come. In the first month you are to eat bread made without yeast. From evening of the 14th day until the evening of the 21st day, for 7 days no yeast is to be found in your houses, and anyone, whether foreigner or native born, who eats anything with yeast in it must be cut off from the community of Israel. Eat nothing made with yeast. Wherever you live, you must eat unleavened bread. Then Moses summoned all the elders of Israel, said to them, Go at once and select the animals for your families and slaughter the Passover lamb. Take a bunch of hyssop, dip it into the blood in the basin, and put some of the blood on the top and on both sides of the door frame. None of you shall go out of the door of your house until morning. When the Lord goes through the land, strike down the Egyptians, he will see the blood on the top and sides of the door frame, and will pass over that door, and he will not permit the destroyer to enter your houses and strike you down. Obey these instructions as a lasting ordinance for you and your descendants when you enter the land that the Lord will give you as he promised. Observe this ceremony. And when your children ask you, what does this ceremony mean to you? Then tell them, it is the Passover sacrifice to the Lord, who passed over the houses of the Israelites in Egypt and spared our homes when he struck down the Egyptians. Then people bowed down and worshiped. The Israelites did just what the Lord commanded Moses and Aaron. Now you see that one. That is chapter 12, NIV. If you want to know what was the month named, it is in chapter 13, because on that 13 said, the Lord said to Moses, consecrate to me every firstborn male, the first offspring of every womb among the Israelites belongs to me, whether human or animal. Then Moses said to the people, commemorate this day, the day you came out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery, because the Lord brought you out of it with almighty hand. Eat nothing containing yeast. Today in the month of Aviv you are living, when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Hivites, and Jebusites, the land he swore to your ancestors to give you, a land flowing with milk and honey. You are to observe this ceremony in this month. Okay, thank you and thank you. Consider subscribing to get more inclusive content like this, that you wake up and see the truth and follow the steps of God to reach you in entire holy land of God. May the grace of the Lord our God be ever with you wherever you are. Amen.